Children, have you ever been to beach of a sea or ocean? You might have enjoyed a lot in the waters, dipping, riding the waves and playing in it. You feel sticky, salty because the sea or ocean water contains salt and you can get rid of it only when you take another shower with fresh plain water. Have you wondered why this happens? Today let us discuss about why and how our waters get salty. We all owe to the salt in our bodies, to the river deposits of crushed rock. The water rushes down the Rocky Mountains in the form of streams and rivers, hurling the rocks with it, and then the water flows across the plains before meeting us to the coast. This natural phenomenon has been happening for countless number of years. Just imagine the rivers that add salt into us remains salt free. Here is a poem that goes like this. The sea, the open sea, the blue, the fresh, the ever free, without a mark, without a bond, it runneth the earth's wide regions round. It plays with the clouds, it mocks the skies, or like a cradled creature lies. This is how the poet Barry Cornwall describes the water encircling the earth. We know that only 70%, nearly 70% of the earth's surface is surrounded by water. There are different kinds of water bodies. The difference is mostly of size and boundaries. The largest stretches of water which separates the continents are called oceans. The smaller bodies are known as seas, gulfs, bays, channels and straits. Now let us know about sea. Sea is a smaller body of salt water, partly enclosed by a landmass. It is connected to an ocean. Example, Mediterranean Sea. Gulf. Gulf is a large part of an ocean or sea that is partly enclosed by land. It has a narrower mouth than a bay. Example, Gulf of Mexico. Strait. Strait is a narrow passage of water connecting two seas or two large areas of water, two large lakes or a lake and a sea. Example, Strait of Gibraltar. Bay. Bay is a body of water partly enclosed by land. It is smaller than a gulf but with a wider mouth. Example, Bay of Bengal. Channel. Channel is a passage of water that is wider than a strait. Example, English Channel. Cove. Cove is a small coastal inlet with a narrow restricted entrance. It is smaller than a bay. And these are all bodies of salt water. The earth's vast stretches of water are divided into 5 oceans and many seas. Actually, there is only one world ocean. It is one continuous body of salt water. There are no real borders and the water flows around freely. Based on the continents that frame them, the world's oceans that has been divided into 5 major oceans. In decreasing order of the size, there are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. Now let us discuss one by one. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and the deepest ocean. It extends from the Arctic Ocean in the north all the way to the Southern Ocean in the south. It separates the two Americas, north and the south, from Asia and Australia. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest. It is almost S-shaped as it skirts Europe and Africa to the east and the two Americas, north and south, to the west. The Indian Ocean is the third largest. It has Asia to the north, Africa to the west, Australia to the east, and the Southern Ocean to the south. It is named after India, the only ocean which is named after a country. The Southern Ocean is also known as the Antarctic Ocean. It encircles the continent of Antarctica. In 2000 AD, the International Hydrographic Organization has labeled this as the fifth ocean, which includes the southern portion of the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Indian Ocean. It lies in the southern hemisphere. The Arctic Ocean. It is the smallest and the shallowest of the oceans. It is located in the northern hemisphere, mostly within the Arctic Circle. It is mostly covered with ice. Russia, Norway, Ireland, Greenland, Canada, and United States are the 6 countries that border the Arctic Ocean. Marine life in oceans. The marine life in the oceans are the largest natural habitat in our planet. A huge variety of creatures live there, and from the tiniest microorganisms like algae, bacteria that can only be seen under a microscope to the largest creature of the earth, the blue whale, can be seen here. Plants in the ocean are extremely important to all the life on the planet Earth, and the algae in the ocean absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and provide much of the Earth's oxygen. Phytoplankton are the smallest but the most important marine plants. They form the basis of the marine food chain. You might have heard many songs or might have sang many poems in your nursery classes. And one goes like this: मछली जल की रानी है, जीवन उसका पानी है, हाथ लगाओ डर जाएगी, बाहर निकालो मर जाएगी. And there are many kinds of fish. Some of the earth's most unusual creatures live in the waters of our oceans. First one is otter, swordfish, squid, clownfish, violet spotted lobster, great white shark. Like this, there are many marine creatures living in the ocean. Trench. Trench is a narrow, deep depression in the ocean bed or in the ground. The Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean is the deepest point of our planet. It is around 36,000 feet deep. Ridge. Ridge is a long chain of mountains or hills. The mid-Atlantic ridge on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean is one of the longest mountain ranges in the world. It has many high peaks which form islands in the sea, and this is a very unique feature of this ocean.